So Eoin, another tough battle, but another win. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, huge win for us today. We showed, that there's different ways of winning football matches, and that's something that we spoke with the players after the game. I think over the last few weeks we've got, a lot of plaudits for the style of football that we've played and the goals that we've scored. And today we showed that, especially in these top of the table clashes, that you have to win the games ugly at times. And I thought particularly second half, we won the battle in that sense. We were better on, 50-50s and loose balls, which in the first half we were okay with, but there was moments, particularly early in the game, when they were probably a little bit on top, and purely from that. And I think, once we addressed that, and we got on top of the game from that perspective, then we could start to play our football. And as you look at the desire and the heart and that we showed at the end of the game, and that's what we're made of. And look, that's got to be important for us if we want to achieve what we want to achieve this year.
Obviously, in these kind of matches, we've had a few tough matches in recent weeks. Is the battle kind of a characteristic of the group now, and are you happy with how they kind of have been getting stuck into games and not letting the heads drop?
Yeah, look, I think it's that battling and competitiveness is in the group, and it's been in the group for a long time, long before me, and because of the players, and the characters that are in the dressing room, and they don't settle for any less. And you look at that, like from your experienced players, and it's so important because it festers through the group then, and you can see the buy-in from everybody in terms of what it actually takes to be successful, and the ability alone won't be enough. So you could see that in the second half. Like, I think there was times in the second half where we just seen the game out really well, and we got pressure on the ball, we got higher up the pitch, and that starts from the front players, from Kate, Mackenzie, Noel, really putting pressure on the ball, and it allows us to get higher up, and in turn it keeps the ball as far away from our goal as possible. And I think you can see in the second half there was no real period in the game where I felt we were really under pressure and they were knocking on the door to equalise. And that's a testament to the group, because Galway are a good side, and I thought we managed the game and seen the game out brilliantly.
Obviously, we can't not mention Rebecca Cook. She's been scoring a few goals recently, getting herself into really great positions, and managed to get both goals today. What's it like having her back in the squad?
Yeah, first of all, I think, if people talk about the front two and the goals that they've scored and the goal contributions, but you look at Leah probably over the first few games and Bambi over the last few, and the output from goals and assists from wide areas has been fantastic, and I can't ask for any more, from both of them. But from Bambi in particular, I think, she's been in and out of the team at the very beginning of the season, but now she's got 3 or 4 starts together, and you can just see the confidence in her. She causes problems. She's really difficult to play against, and I don't think there's any player in the league that would look forward to coming up against her. And I think the best is still to come. That's a scary thing with her. I think there's more in her. She's got great attributes. She's an unbelievable athlete. How she trains, how she works. She's fantastic around the group, and I think what we're seeing today is something that we should expect from her going forward, because she certainly has the quality.
I think something that you can tell from Rebecca is how passionate she is about the group and about the game. How do you think that kind of helps? Yeah, look,
it's everything for us. I think the whole squad is, unfortunately, every week I'm going to be the bad guy, and it's going to be people that are going to be, really unhappy about not being in the team, and rightfully so. But where the group is strong is, everybody's pushing each other, everybody's battling. There's players that have been in the team and, have deservedly kept their place. There's players back fit now, 100% fit, that, have been mainstays in the team in the past, and they'll be knocking on the door to come back in. So I think, yes, Bambi has those characteristics, but I think it's important that everybody does, that, the group comes first, and, if that's the case, then, the sky's the limit for the group.
Finally, a note on the supporters. They came in groups and they were loud today. How do you think that helps the girls on the pitch?
A massive amount, and you can see, like, the last 10-15 minutes when it does get a little bit tense, and there is some nervy moments potentially. It's the fans on the side, and it gives you that extra encouragement and an extra couple of % that's needed to see games out, and especially big games like that. So look, hopefully they'll come out in their numbers again. We're going to need them for every home game, and it makes such a difference. And I think the main thing is it makes a difference for the players, and I know they appreciate the support.
That's great. Thanks, Milo.
Thank you.